пофиг на характеристики, я буду использовать это оружие только потому, что оно красивое. Всем привет, с вами Аленка. Сегодня продолжается история Genshin Impact, где мы там собираемся добывать информацию где-то очень высоко. Ну, волшебная звездная линия, которая мне дико-дико нравится, меня куда-то ведет, поэтому пойдем. Я Алина, у меня договоренность с твоим начальником.
How strange. You're not on the guest list. The master's dealing with some urgent business today. All prior appointments have been canceled.
Urgent business? What is it?
The master's been working on a major business deal recently. He left early this morning to meet with a VIP client.
So, where is he now?
I'm sorry. The master is stressed that we must not disclose that information to just anyone.
Ну, у нас с ним личная договоренность.
No, I mean, yes, you are. I meant no offense. Please, believe me.
Приведи нас к нему.
I'm sorry. Master's currently in business negotiations at Shinya Kiosk. I beg for your mercy, please. My master will show me no leniency if he finds out.
Well, my master has much more important things to do than talking to rude guards like you.
Какие серьезные бочки.
Luckily for you, your bad attitude will be the last thing on his mind when he's busy negotiating a big business deal with your boss.
О боже мой, какие мы важные.
Thank you. May your business forever be blessed by the Lord of Geo.
Запугали мужика.
Nice work! Paimon never knew you were such a tough negotiator.
Ты тоже отлично сработала.
Paimon loves compliments and all, but treating Paimon to some tasty snacks would show that you really mean it. Anyway, seems like the VIP client in question must be one of the Fatui. In that case, let's get ourselves over to the Shinya Kiosk.
Пошли.
Seems business is booming at the Shinya Kiosk. No one should notice if we blend in there. But either way, if we want to know what kind of shady business they're up to, we better be careful.
Как нам попасть туда, куда просят, если даже интернет не работает? Ой, куда ж ты меня засунула? Видимо, я совсем не туда пошла. А, правильно, лестница. Видимо, даже сама игра решила меня поправить.
I understand. I do. Please, do not worry. You have my word that the order will be completed as promised.
The subordinate I sent was not quite so optimistic in his appraisal.
We just ran into a minor procurement problem, is all. We haven't managed to purchase the core lapis yet, but it's nothing for you to worry about. If Chang the Ninth won't sell, I can buy from someone else.
That would be most ideal. I remind you again that the Fatui care only about the result. We are willing to lend a certain degree of support to this transaction. But if it is not completed in time, you may suddenly find our goodwill comes at a price you cannot afford.
I understand. I am indebted to you for your protection. You know I would not dream of disappointing you, don't you?
Он сказал, я в долгу за вашу защиту.
We shall see when the time comes.
Darn that old man Chang.
So, Mr. Gentry Moutsai is colluding with the Fatui. Who knows if Gua Geek has made any progress? Should we go tell him?
Вот ты где.
You said you had other things to look into, as if you're some sort of man of mystery.
Мне нравится, как у него ноги все время в третьей позиции.
When actually, all you meant was you wanted somewhere new to park your backside while you read your book.
Вы рассказываете о сделке.
I see. I guessed as much.
Did you really guess, or are you just saying that to sound clever?
The course of action we must take is now clear. To start with, please deliver this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild. They will know what to do, my liege. For reasons that I cannot explain, I will be unable to join you. There is no need for you to read the contents of the letter. When the time comes...
Ugh, this writing is super hard to read. Paimon can't make heads or tails of it.
Шифровка?
Hence why I said there's no need for you to read it.
А?
The Feiyun Commerce Guild will have someone who can understand it.
Ага.
But why would you want to get them involved? They're one of the bigwig commerce guilds in Liyue. Why would they want to help us? Since we got to Liyue, Paimon keeps hearing people mention it. Seems they oversee a lot of business that goes on around here. Having such big backing would be great and all, but are you sure they'd want to help?
No need to worry about that. From what I know, they share my sense of chivalry. Once they have read the carefully reasoned and passionately argued case I put forth in this letter, they will certainly be moved to action.
А зачем они нам вообще?
Gentry Moutsai must be taught a lesson he will never forget. This is something we cannot do on our own. Also, I do not wish for anyone else to know of my involvement in this.
Why not? You're only doing this to try and help Chain the Ninth, right?
To silently disappear at the matter's conclusion, concealing one's name and contribution. This is the chivalrous thing to do. To savor the memory is ample reward. Each droplet of kindness I receive, I am duty-bound to repay with a welling spring of gratitude. I seek neither praise nor reward.
Тяжело быть рыцарем.
That sounds very lovely. But be honest, you just want them to do it so you can carry on reading your book, don't you?
Thank you in advance for delivering this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Someone from the guild should be able to receive you.
Hey, stop ignoring Paimon!
Ути-бути. А это та самая гильдия, получается, в которой пропадал господин и которая продает шелк, кажется. Я могу Сахарозу возвысить. Я могу Сахарозу возвысить. Супер. Блин, теперь прокачивать надо.
This trip has allowed me to gather a good number of materials. Thank you. I'll be sure to put them to good use. Excuse us, we come bearing news of a matter requiring your assistance. It's all in this letter.
A letter? Oh, I see. This again.
Опять?
Oh, don't mind me. I was just speculating. Let me give this a read.
Can we actually read this thing?
Yes, the script is inimitable by the uninitiated. Honored guests, you must both be wary from your long journey. Please allow the Feiyun Commerce Guild to be your host for tonight.
А?
Please rest assured that the matter written about has been duly received. We just need some time to prepare. Please take a seat here in Lioli Pavilion, where you may enjoy some light refreshments while taking in the ocean view. Consider it a small token of our esteem.
Да не, мы там еще сокровища не нашли, знаете.
Yay, tasty snacks! They're giving us the VIP treatment.
Ну да, вкусняшки, это тоже важно.
Of course. We treat visitors with the utmost respect here at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. When honored guests grace us with their presence, far be it from us to shirk our duty to them. Please, this way.
And Paimon thought we'd get kicked out or turned away at the door. Paimon didn't think Guhua Geek had so much clout.
Thank you for your patience. With the amount of wealth and power Gentry Moutsai has, it will take more than a slap on the wrist to get through to him. For him to correct the error of his ways, he must feel for himself the same suffering he has inflicted on Chang the Ninth. Since Gentry Moutsai's business has to do with core lapis, we simply need to buy up all the stock there is in Liyue. That will put him in a rather sticky situation.
У меня нет моры.
Deprived of the necessary raw materials, even the best craftsperson in Tevat would be unable to make their product.
Great idea! That'll be sure to mess things up between him and the Fatui. But Liyue is huge. Is it really possible to buy up every last bit of core lapis?
With the timescale we are on, it is indeed a challenge. Hence, as stated in the letter, we must ask for your further cooperation in the matter. First, there are a number of vendors in the city you will need to buy from. I've marked their respective locations on your map. There is also some unsold core lapis at the chasm. You will need to purchase that too. Finally, there is Chang the Ninth's batch. Of course, we are not expecting you to cover the costs.
Wow! So many mora! With cash like this, Paimon could rent out Lioli Pavilion and eat there for a whole month!
Well, this is not the first time we've had to do something like this. All you need to do is strike a deal. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will handle the transportation and other trifling matters. Once you have purchased all the core lapis, please proceed to the Feiyun Commerce Guild's warehouse.
Gotta hand it to Guhua Geek. This is some seriously solid work for a guy who lives in a fantasy world.
Мы хотим купить у вас все запасы кор-ляписа.
You want all my core lapis? I've already agreed to several orders. That said, none are in writing. The buyers are being incredibly indecisive.
Тогда позвольте торговой гильдии Фэйюнь освободить вас от их сомнений.
Oh, it's for the Feiyun Commerce Guild? Seems business trends are about to change in Liyue. Oh, nothing. Just talking to myself. Come, let us sign a contract. Don't worry about my prior client. He hadn't made any down payments or anything. Quite common in the industry. Thank you for your patronage. We hope the Feiyun Commerce Guild will continue to do business with us.
Good day, my friend. My apologies, but I'm out of stock at the moment. Please try again next time. Oh, I thought you were here to purchase Snezhnayan products. No, that I still have. Although I ship it all to factories in Snezhnaya. I don't do retail. Too much hassle, not enough return. Sorry.
Значит, вы отказываетесь от сделки с торговой гильдией Фэйюнь?
What? No. Give me a second to think. All right, I'll do it. Just need you to sign for it. Clearly no shortage of cash flow in Liyue.
И ты.
Oi! Shh! Keep your voice down. All of it? Though my business may not seem so big, I should warn you that I can get what you need, both legitimately and not so legitimately. Best you give me an actual number. All of it would be far more than you actually want.
Я здесь от имени торговой гильдии Фэйюнь.
Feiyun Commerce Guild? Well, why didn't you say so? If it's for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, then sign on the dotted line, and I'll start getting things in order right away.
This is going well. Everything's so much easier when you've got stacks of Mora. Next stop, the chasm.
Пайман такая довольная, это новая территория, ё-моё. Ну, я думаю, тогда резонно вон ту статую активировать по пути. Ух ты, тут в ущелье есть искорка и какое-то испытание. Заценим. 2 минуты аж, победить врагов, 2 нужно. Да легко. Мона сейчас вот этим разберется. Сопротивление бесполезно. А это секретка, если я не ошибаюсь, да? О, еще сундучок. Остальное по старой тактике оставляем на потом, а то вон мы долину Гулли все никак и не исследуем и не найдем последнюю подсказку. Привет, статуя, а вот и я. Стоишь так в поле одиноко, я смотрю. Ей! Открылись новые... А, тут какая-то то ли деревня, то ли развалины. А, не, просто развалины. Среди них нам еще придется загадки поискать. А там как будто бы какие-то рудники, не? Ну давай хоть сундук тогда заберем по пути. Тут как бы разбойнички, их кинжалы нам пригодятся для усиления персонажей. Опять криво. Что ж я такая косая вечно? Миленькая. Солнце так садится, прям вырви глаз. Я, конечно, премного извиняюсь, но какого фига? У кого я в этой дыре должна покупать короляпис? Я сейчас к нему врагов принесу. Бригадир шахтеров,
Hello there. Are you in charge of the core lapis here?
Aha, finally. I thought you might come. I hear the Feiyun Commerce Guild has been buying up all the core lapis stock in Liyue Harbor.
Есть такое.
As it happens, I do have a batch of core lapis that hasn't been shipped yet. The original buyer's price was already quite high, so the best I can do is 7 million Mora.
Are you serious? We spent less than 100,000 Mora on the rest of Liyue's stock put together.
I'm afraid it has to go to the highest bidder. I'm breaching an existing agreement by selling to you, so it has to be worth my while. Look, you have your problems to deal with and I have mine. You could take it or leave it. So if you're not buying, please leave me alone.
All right. We'll pay, even if it is a ridiculous price. When we get back, we'll just have to tell the guild that we'll sell to this gentleman at 4 times the normal price in the future.
Wait, surely there's no need for that.
Вот деньги, готов товар.
Please, don't do this. It's not even your money. Why be so frugal with it?
It might be the guild's money, but we'll have a tough time explaining to our boss why we spent so much in one go. If he asks, all we can do is mention your name.
I understand. I'm sorry, please. I don't want any trouble with the guild.
Мы просто перерожденные переговорщики.
There's just one other thing, though. There's been an issue with the delivery of this batch. Several carts were ambushed by hilly churls. I don't know where exactly, but if I can't retrieve the goods, maybe you could go and look for the carts? There should be 5 of them in total. If you can find them all and tell me where they are, I'll sign the contract right away. Oh, thank you very much.
That's that then. Well, no time to lose.
Ну, хеличурлов я тут уже видела. Ой, сколько руды. Рейзер, пошли собирать. О, золотой сундук. Это мое. Вы еще не знаете, но это будет моим. Разбойники тут что-то забыли, правда, в единичном экземпляре. Где хеличурлы, там и телеги, скорее всего.
Here we go. That guy said there were 5 cards in total, so that should be all of them. Let's get back. This has all been quite exhausting for poor little Paimon. He definitely owes Paimon some snacks. We've made a note of the cards' locations, all 5 of them. Can you sell us the core lapis now?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you both. Yes, let's make this official. I also hope you could put in a good word with your boss.
Done and dusted. Yeah!
Здорово сработано!
We make a great team, don't we? Now for the final stop on our core lapis crawl.
Just who I was hoping to see. I was just thinking to myself, gentry mouth-sized thugs have been mysteriously absent for a while now. You wouldn't know anything about that.
Oh, don't worry. You won't be hearing from them again.
Oh? What happened?
Я хочу купить ваш куроляпис.
Huh? Oh, I see now. You're in this trade too. So you're trying to beat him to the post, eh? Appearances can be deceiving, that's for sure. But I don't care who you are. A discount of 70% is simply impossible. The maximum I can do is 40% off, and even then I'm only breaking even.
No need. We'll take it at the market rate.
You mean you're not trying to force the price down? What's going on? I can't believe it. I will make a profit on this batch after all. But gentry mouth-sized thugs could still come back after I've sold it.
If Paimon told you they're not gonna bother you again, then you'd better believe they're not gonna bother you again.
Доверьтесь нам.
Huh. My situation can hardly get worse from here in any case. But tell me, what on earth do you plan to do with so much core lapis?
Actually, it's for a commission. Can't go into too much detail.
Отправим кого-нибудь забрать руду позже.
Thank you. Thank you a million times over. I really don't know what to say.
Не нужно благодарности, тем более мы еще не закончили.
Good people always get what's coming to them in the end. And so will the nasty people. Anyway, let's get going, because apparently we have a show to watch at the Feiyun Commerce Guild's warehouse.
Теперь меня куда-то сюда посылают. Ну тут один сундучок вот совсем рядышком я заберу. И второй сундучок заберу. Ой, Рейзер огребает. Ой, Рейзер огребает больше. Много огребает. Цици, лечи Рейзера. Ты типа тоже со мной дерешься? Извини, я тебя не заметила. Появилась. Ну что ж, Алена, готовься морально. Джун Ли. Ну, Ли, серьезно. Гуи Ли, помните? Очень много подтверждений в пользу моей теории о том, что он может быть Георхонтом. Помолиться можно Георхонту? Чунь-Юнь, привет. И еще разочек, пока есть возможность. О, 4-звездочное оружие. О, клево. Я думаю, вот что. Тебе тогда пригодится вот это. Крутой клинок такой. О. Эмбер, твоя задачка. Ух ты, красиво как.
The final act in this drama would not be complete without you two here as audience.
You better believe it. We're the ones who've been doing all the work. What exactly have you been doing all this time?
Well, naturally, I used the time to immerse myself completely in Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I managed to finish the book off, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Ну, я за тебя рада.
Divine Halberd, an ominous sword. Mir and Wei Yang. The way the story develops across the first 5 volumes. Nothing short of exemplary. But the 6th volume? Words fail me. How blessed we are to have such an author grace our world with such works.
And this is related to Gentry Moutsai how?
It's not. But when something surpasses expectations to such a degree, one must show one's appreciation.
Тебе хоть понравилась концовка книги?
It was rather good. Thanks. I only hope that as our plan reaches its denouement.
Why does Paimon have to be the only one who doesn't get what's going on? No fair.
О,
So go on then, tell me, what are we doing here? And what's this big dramatic showdown thing that's supposed to happen?
Think about it. Gentry Moutsai goes searching for core lapis all over Liyue Harbor, and he doesn't find a single piece. He panics. Without the goods, he can't fulfill his contract. And if he can't fulfill his contract, he can't stay in good standing with the Fatui. He hears a rumor that the Feiyun Commerce Guild is the culprit. Panic turns to disbelief. Gentry Moutsai is a hugely powerful figure in the business world. Never has anyone dared to target him like this. So regardless of whether it is revenge or a swift resolution that he seeks, he is certain to...
So it was you! You were the one sticking your necks out for Chang the Ninth!
Speak of the devil.
I went everywhere trying to find someone selling core lapis before I realized the Feiyun Commerce Guild had been on an acquisition spree. Core lapis is hardly a rare mineral, and yet suddenly the stocks dry up, just like that.
We are not persecuting you, but protecting another, one to whom I am indebted. Upon witnessing an injustice, it is a perfectly normal response to rush to the aid of he who has been wronged. Was it not one of your own men who said, "This isn't over"?
You clearly don't know what's good for you. Master, if you please.
Я все еще в самом сильном отряде. Рейзер, давай пробуем оружие новое. О, господи. У него же сейчас элементальный урон будет гораздо выше. Еще прокачаем, чтобы побольше было физического урона. О, ты тоже хочешь подраться? Давай подеремся. Приходи сюда. 46 уровень. Слабак.
Impressive. You are no commoners. To continue this fight would be to incur greater losses than I can accept.
Their strength is almost spent. Finish them off!
Might I remind you that the Fatui's relationship with you extends to business matters only? I did not lend you my men to have them stir up trouble at your beck and call.
What are you saying? Master, everything I did with only one thing in mind. To complete the order.
Then figure it out by yourself.
Don't go. Wait.
My lord, what are you doing here? Are you hurt?
Thanks to this valiant young woman, I am unscathed.
My lord?
А ты как здесь с ними связан? Вот этот поворот.
You are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
Oh.
Indeed, my liege. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan and second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild manager.
Drats! I've been played like a fiddle.
Второй, то есть есть еще один такой.
Gentry Moutsai. Coercion and intimidation are hardly the attributes of a respectable businessman. The problems that your business practices have created, I have sought to resolve through mine. I shudder to think what the Fatui will do with you if you fail to provide their core lapis.
You meddling swine. Go on. Tell me, what will you sell it for?
Since you asked Chang the Ninth for a discount of 70%, let's fight fire with fire. 3 times the market rate sounds fair, no?
How dare you subject me to such viciousness? This is a malicious and calculated attempt to run me into the ground.
Deep breaths now. This is a simple decision. Will you buy or not?
Fine. Have it your way. I'll find the money somehow. Happy now?
On behalf of the Feiyun Commerce Guild, I thank you for your business and hope you will continue to do business with us in future.
You? Funny speaking, book reading, guhua geeking Xingqiu are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild? So that massive stash of Mora you let us burn through in a day? That was from your private vault?
'Twas but a paltry sum. I got to make a very sound investment while putting Gentry Moutsai in his place. A classic 2 birds, 1 stone situation.
Разве богатеньких детишек не учат каллиграфии с самого детства? Чё ж ты так криво пишешь для наследника?
Very droll. My family can always tell me from my handwriting.
Yikes! Paimon's been calling you Guhua Geek this whole time! Paimon read in one of these martial artist novels that when rich heirs like you get angry at someone, you have their arms and legs chopped off!
Причем я сказала, и руки, и ноги оттяпал.
Paimon's toast! And sorry, very sorry! Please don't hurt Paimon!
Calm down. Since you can fly, you hardly need your legs anyway.
Save me! Save me! This is not a drill! Repeat! This is not a drill!
Погоди, сейчас отсмеюсь.
Jokes aside,
Ой, до слез.
I have the 2 of you to thank for this successful resolution. Meanwhile, Legend of the Shattered Halberd was positively riveting. Much obliged if you could return it to Chang the Ninth for me. I did nothing, and hence deserve none of his gratitude. The two of you, meanwhile, those strangers to the circumstances, stepped in and saved the day. To have made such valiant and chivalrous friends is more than enough for me, my liege.
My lord, forgive the intrusion. It's about your father.
Please inform my father thusly. I have averted a disaster and earned a sizable sum of money in the Might this meritorious act compensate for my prior transgressions and earn me a few more days of freedom, perchance? Legend of the Shattered Halberd speaks of a domain that I should very much like to investigate.
For all your clever long words, the fact is you're just a lazy bones who doesn't want to work.
What if I told you that a reward awaits you at Cheng the Ninth's palace, and not just his gratitude?
A reward? Well, that sweetens the deal somewhat.
It seems whatever I say, there's no persuading you to stay.
А вы что не сказали нам?
Oh, I didn't realize you weren't aware.
Thank you in advance for returning the book for me. I will take my leave now. May we meet again, fellow merchants.
Пока-пока, он прикольный. Тут что не герой, так прикольный.
Finally, you're back. This morning, the pawnbroker showed up and gave me back my entire collection. I'm positive that you must have been behind this once again. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please don't say that. You have no idea how much this means to me. The Chang family was a prestigious household in Liyue back in the day. Unfortunately, after I took over the family's affairs as heir, a series of business setbacks devoured our fortune. Since then, I've saved for years, hoping to restore the house to its former glory. In the end, everything was riding on this Corlapis deal. Were it not for you, this barren wasteland in the mountains would have become my final resting place.
Wow, that's the second heir we've met in this town.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing? Oh, here's your book back.
Wonderful. Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I was beginning to think that Guhua rascal had swindled me.
Do people really look down on the Guhua clan so much?
Actually, the art is centuries old and was once held in high esteem. But now it has faded beyond recognition. To instigate a revival, you need to inject some fresh blood, but it's hard to attract budding young talent to a dying art. In any case, Guhua kids these days. Take that young rascal Xingqiu, for instance. For all his talk about repaying kindness with kindness and whatnot, what has he done to show for it? You're the ones who've displayed a genuine sense of responsibility.
Ну, нормально.
What does it matter? Anyway, you wanted the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide, didn't you? I'll fetch it for you.
Наконец-то.
It's yours to keep. In addition, here is but a small token of appreciation for your huge generosity.
Спасибо. Я уже почти забыла про нее.
My ore is sold, and my treasured books have returned.
О, странная закладка.
What?
What was that? Paimon saw something fall out.
Oh, nothing. That little rascal.
Синсю, серьезно, спалиться из-за того, что забыл закладку? Какую-то там очень, видимо, крутую. Ей, квест завершен, он был очень долгий. Ну, я тут оружие прокачиваю знатно всем. Фух, скоро доберемся до сюжета. Но я хочу сокровища найти. Мне нужна вот эта фигня, и вот это нам тоже нужно. В больших количествах, причем теперь. Вот знаете, есть большой плюс в том, чтобы сначала играть, а уж потом монтировать и потом выкладывать видео. Таким образом, никто из вас не может мне даже случайно заспойлерить, что будет дальше. Или как поступать с той или иной задачкой. Интересно, в каком состоянии сейчас статуя семьи? Что такое? Как бы тебе сказать, раньше я каждую неделю ходила к статуям молиться. После молитвы я всегда протирала с них пыль. Я чистила статуи, чтобы отблагодарить архонтов за благословение. Но сейчас у меня лили, я почти не выхожу из дома. Уже очень давно никто не чистил статуи. Это выглядит так, как будто я хочу все спихнуть на твои плечи. Но, может, ты почистишь статуи вместо меня? Благодарю. Да хранит тебя ветер. Статуи семьи пропитаны силой архонтов. Просто так с них пыль не стереть. Но с такими элементальными умениями у тебя не должно возникнуть никаких проблем. Это мне приходится тратить целый день, чтобы почистить одну статую. Действительно логично, кому-то ведь надо чистить эти статуи. Вот такая серия получилась. Надеюсь, что вам было интересно. Не забудьте оценить ее и написать свои классные комментарии. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Пока, до следующих серий.